Hello everybody, my name is Lennon Nguyen, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about tobacco. Although cancer is extremely difficult to cure, many people are still increasing their chances of getting it by using tobacco products. This is shown by 40% of cancer cases in America being linked to the usage of tobacco. And this information is given to me by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention Control Room. However, cancer is not the only result from using tobacco products. In my life, I've been exposed to the usage of tobacco, and through research, I've found many of the negative effects of using tobacco. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the serious problem of tobacco and give you information on how to solve it. Use of tobacco affects the body in a variety of different ways due to the contents of the tobacco product. And the most problematic of these contents is nicotine. According to Michelle Wren at the University of California, nicotine presents several behavioral and physical effects to the human body. These risks include things like gum decay, increases in blood sugar, increases in blood pressure, and several other things. Tobacco use also increases a person's chances of contracting several dangerous diseases. And several of these, or the most prevalent of these, is cancer, usually mouth or lung cancer. However, one can also contract things like bronchitis, they can have heart attacks, or they can be inflicted by strokes. On top of being bad for you, nicotine is also highly addictive and is the cause of many tobacco addictions. Using tobacco products for the first time can result in an addiction, and that's why one should avoid using it altogether. And being addicted to tobacco can result in several short-term or long-term health effects. Furthermore, using things like cigarettes can hurt others due to them inhaling the smoke. These people are normally referred to as secondhand smokers, and secondhand smokers experience several of the same health risks as first-hand smokers do. Next, let's watch a short video on the effects of nicotine on the body.
Nicotine has several different effects on the body. When the nicotine is introduced into your body through any delivery system, cigarettes, pipes, cigars, chewing tobacco, dip, lozenges, pills, patches, anything else, you're introducing a drug into your body. And it is a drug. Almost anything we take into our body that has an effect on us is a drug. Chocolate, for instance, is a drug because it does have an effect on the body. Nicotine, however, has a different effect. It has a tendency to close off the vascular system throughout your body. Within a few minutes of smoking a cigarette, your vascular system, the capillaries, the veins in your body begin to shut down, to close down, which constricts things. It closes off the blood flow to your muscles, which makes your heart have to work harder. And all it's really trying to do is get oxygen to your muscles, which we need to live. And after you smoke a cigarette or introduce nicotine into your system in some way, it causes actually the same effect on the body as fear, because your vascular system is beginning to shut down. You're losing that oxygen to the rest of your body. And the body really just wants to replace that oxygen. You're going to find your heart rate beginning to go up. You're going to find your lungs are going to begin to close down a little bit and feel a little bit stressed out just because of that nicotine and the fact that it is taking the oxygen away from the body. That initial relaxation that you get from smoking a cigarette disappears very quickly, because that's what happens is when the vascular system does start to shut down and begin to close things off, and the body begins to react with fear. And then you want another cigarette because you find that little bit of relaxation in the beginning again. And then all of a sudden you find yourself caught in a cycle of going over and over, relaxing and stressing, relaxing and stressing, relaxing and stressing, and just wanting another cigarette, just so you can find that little bit of relaxation again.
Okay, so how can we solve the problem of the usage of tobacco? The most effective way to stop the usage of tobacco is to not even begin using it in the first place, and avoid being around people that do use it. Not using it in the first place will prevent you from ever being addicted to it, and that'll stop you from ever having any of those health effects. and not being around people that do use tobacco will prevent you from experiencing the risk of a secondhand smoker. How can we help those that are already using tobacco products? The best way to do this would be to educate them on the effects of tobacco on the body. And once they learn those effects, hopefully they'll rethink their decision to use tobacco products again. But there are also several medical ways for people to relieve their tobacco addictions. And this comes in the effect of things like nicotine replacements, like Nicoderm right here. But doctors can also prescribe medication to relieve a person's tobacco addiction. So, the use of tobacco is a huge problem in today's society, but there are several solutions that can relieve this problem. Tobacco products present many dangerous effects to the body, but there are ways for those people to overcome those effects. So next time when you're around a tobacco product, just think of the ways that tobacco can affect your life. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a good day. Thank you.